Karen Loftus, talented sports anchor for WDBJ7. You can catch her on the weekends on WDBJ in Roanoke, Virginia. Join me on the Sports Buffet podcast. The Virginia Tech Hokies surged to 1-0, but it was a nail-biter against Georgia Tech. First overtime game in the history of Lane Stadium. Karen joins me to break down the victory and more. It's Karen Loftus talking Hokies on the Sports Buffet podcast.
Talking to the multi-talented Karen Loftus from WDBJ7. The Virginia Tech Hokies opened the season 1-0, but if there were a lot of cardiac patients at Lane Stadium on Monday night, they had their tickers tested for sure. What impressed you about Virginia Tech?
Well, there's a lot to be impressed with, a lot to be, questions left from that first game. I saw the first half. The second half, I was running around, getting stuff ready for our show for the live shots. From the first half, from what I saw, I was very impressed with their defense. I mean, they were up against, this offense that's, bound to put points on the board, but the Hokie defense just shut it down. And Jack Tyler, he was all over the place. He had 17 tackles, ACC linebacker of the week. I mean, he seemed like he was involved in every single play, And in the first half, just holding them to 7 points, that was pretty impressive. And I was also impressed with Cody. I mean, I think it's great for him to, be reinstated and be able to step up when it counted. He missed the one field goal and then comes back and makes a 41-yarder to tie it, and then he gets his first game winner of his career. I mean, I just think that's great, and I think that speaks well of the character of the team, that they can come through in the clutch when they need to.
Everybody deserves a second chance, in my opinion. Logan Thomas, I think, I don't know what your belief in the term of game manager is, of somebody that's not supposed to, necessarily win the game for you, but not supposed to lose it for you either. But I think Logan obviously has to take some pressure on his shoulders this year, as long as the running game is not totally developed yet. Logan Thomas might have to win some football games. Agree?
Absolutely. And he was saying that after the game. I mean, you can tell how much pressure he puts on himself, and he knows how his teammates look to him as a leader. And he admitted, he's like, we were stalling in the first 3 quarters. He's like, because I wasn't, making the plays happen. But, you come down to those instances when he hooks up with Dimitri Knowles for the 42-yard touchdown. Like, he made the plays when they needed to happen. And, if you're going to make the plays, you better make them in the fourth quarter, and he did.
And finally, Karen, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you. Now, Orioles and Nationals, you're a bigger fan of the O's, right?
Yes, I am. I grew up an O's fan, but I still split the Nats because I used to cover a lot of those guys for the Hagerstown Suns back when I was up in Maryland.
Well, in closing, I will say, as a Yankees fan, I wish you absolutely no luck this weekend with the Orioles. And but a great story. If you had told me the Orioles would be where they are right now in September, I would have, believed that the boogeyman would come to my house instead.
I could not even believe it. I woke up this morning and I was like, this just feels so strange. I mean, the Orioles, tied it up. They are at least there. I mean, it's crazy, and it's funny to think that, the year that I moved away from Maryland, of course, it's like the best year that happened, and I'm not like able to go to any other games or anything like that. But I mean, it's amazing. It's really exciting just as an O's fan to, still have games that mean something here in September.
Well, again, as always, I enjoy having you on the Sports Buffet podcast. But again, no luck this weekend to the Orioles whatsoever.
Hey, same to you. It's about the Yankees.